Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishnan. Basically, we are talking about the Formula Award. That is basically 72 number Formula Award. So here, basically, we were discussing in 71 basically that how basically 102 types of ideas were there, 102 types of authors were there, who basically has created the entire banking industry. Basically, who says that the entire banking industry we have created on the base of only that basically thousands equal to the text box was created. So up to that level basically the things has been designed by these books, basically author, basically we can say. So basically whenever the sales comes into the picture, that time basically this all are the base, basically that are basically 102 types of ideas, 102 types of authors who basically created the books, and on the base of that books only the people reads the books and they designs the banking industry. So basically whenever you study the IITs, IIM, banking industries, basically that time basically the base basically that is 102 number books, 102 books basically, that are basically you can say 102 types of ideas, basically you can say. On the base of that basically people have done their IITs, people have done their IIM, people have done their MBA. So after that reading that books basically their brain has been developed, basically you can say. So the base brain basically you can say that is developed, basically. So basically this director basically of the banking directors who created the thousand cities equal to who basically designed the thousand cities equal to text box, they says that the brain should be the base brain should be this, basically that is basically 102 books, basically, and the percentage should be 90-95 percentage. So they says that the brain should be up to this level, that should have we to have this up to that level brain, basically the people should have a percentage up to this level, that is basically 90 to 95 percentage. So like this basically the people were shortlisted and the things was ongoing. Like this basically the sales basically of the product, basically who was going to design the product, basically they were basically from IITs, IIM and MBA, basically. Reason the brain was created up to that level, and after that brain was developed up to the level, basically. After that, basically, we were the director says that we can generate another chain from that brain, that blood cells, basically you can say. So we need the base blood cells, basically base brain cells, basically you can say, up to this level, that is basically 90 to 95 percentage. So that is basically they have already, the colleges have, the colleges basically where they have done their study, they have already done that. So after that basically we are going to generate their brain cells and blood cells, basically. So we have the each and every chain of the blood cells, basically. So here just see basically how the sales industry is working, how the basically education industry is working, up to the energy level people are working, up to the blood cells, basically. Nowadays what happens, colleges basically whenever they see that they have got the 90 percentage, then basically they checks the brains blood cells also, and the brain cells also. How basic, why basically they want to know basically the 90 percentage they have got, and they have generated these blood cells or not. So after that basically they can basically take them into the product creation, basically. So which type of product creation basically they can fit, up to that level they basically thinks the things so basically you can say here basically the medical industry also came into the picture. So these all are basically sales ongoing, you can say. So the medical industry came into picture, the brain cells industry came into picture, the blood cells industry came into the picture, the brain mapping people came into picture, the books industry basically came into picture. There are basically 102 types of brain cells which has already created. So like this basically the base is created by the colleges, by the books, by the professors, by the education industry people, basically they nowadays basically private tuitions are also there. So they creates the brain, basically. But the base is what, the base is 102 books. So on the base of that only the each and every banking industry have created the products, basically you can say. So here basically the sales what says, sales says that 102 are the base of the banking industry who created the entire products, entire banking products, on the base of this 102 brain cells, you can say 102 types of brain cells. Here 102 types of brain cells means 102 types of authors, basically you can say, who created the books. And the 102 types of energies has been generated from their bodies, basically. So each and every energy bodies has been generated to physical location also. Just see basically how the educational industry is working also. The 102 people, each and every individual brain cells energies, basically body's energies has been taken use of, basically has been used for the physical creation. For example, I will take 102 people's brain body's energies. On the base of this energy, basically 500 cities has created. So whenever, basically here books are created, here basically books has not launched into the market. So the books has created, the 500 cities has created. After the 500 cities, basically the power supply is getting passed to the each and every house, each and every library, each and every colleges. After that, basically the real things basically started. The people has really started reading that books, and after that, basically reading the ideas, basically of the, for example, 23rd numbers author, basically books are getting read. So the 23rd numbers people's ideas, basically you can say, are getting collected by the power companies, and basically that basically sent to that particular person, basically who is reading the book. So basically up to that level, basically it's very uh, you can say, because when you read any books, basically that time basically energy connects to your bodies also, that also you can say. So which bodies, which energies are getting connected, that also you should know, because you are going to read that books and you are be creating that base. On that base only you have to go for the future, basically you are going for the future, you are going for the further studies. If you want to go for the further studies, if you are going into some good companies, basically that time the base you have to always remember. So because this I have told that this basically why I have told, because the reason is whenever you are doing the investment, basically that time basically you have to tell this to the investor people. Basically I was basically into this industry, so, sorry, from these colleges, basically I have done the study, and according to the study only, basically they do the investment, because you have to do the investment at that 23rd number author book groups only, basically. Why basically from the why basically 23rd only? Because you have read that book, basically your base is basically created like this. So basically that depends upon the college, basically you have done the study, basically. So the according to that basically the entire investment comes into picture, entire sales industry comes into picture, because when you are creating the products, then basically will be selling the products also. For selling the product, basically you need the data also. So data basically are already collected by the directors people, basically who basically are into the sales industry, basically you can say, who are telling that we are selling this, we have created this product, and in this product basically we have created some little bit part of the combo box. So combo box equal to 2000 cities. So we have created little bit part of the 2000 cities. So we are selling that products, basically. We are going to sell. Sorry, we are currently we have not created. We are basically collecting the money, basically for that product creation. That is basically combo box equal to 2000 cities. So little bit part basically we want to create. For that creation, basically we are collecting the money. So we have to clear the things, basically, that we are creating this product, we are creating the product for these 2000 cities, and the 2000 cities created 2000 cities connected with this combo box user control, which is getting used by the IT industry. And that the purpose for combo box basically is that basically everybody knows. Like this, basically each and every purpose, basically you have to define each and every scope, basically you have to define that. On the base of this, basically you have created the products, basically. And like this, basically each and every products is created like this. You have to sell the product that, and you have to tell the um, uh, banking investor, that banking investment people, basically who basically sells the product, that we have created the product on the base of this, that is basically combo box equal to 2000 cities. So like this, basically the sales industry comes into the picture, the educational industry, basically how basically educations are connecting, that also you have. So this is basically educational sales industry, you can say, the sales of the education basically, you can say. So nowadays basically, if you want to think also, then also you have to think thousand times basically, because whenever you are thinking which type of books you are reading, and according to the books basically which type of ideas you are getting in the brain, that basically each and everything basically nowadays people have to think, because each and every thinking basically are connected with the physical locations. The physical locations are connected with the power companies and energy companies, and the energy companies sends the data to the each and every house, each and every colleges, each and every places, each and every cities basically, you can say. So according to that only you are thinking basically. So whenever you are thinking, you have to think thousand times basically, why you, what you are thinking, and on the base of what. Because nowadays if you are going into certain field basically, then basically there are boundary of books only. For example, you are into the banking industry, then basically this 102 is the boundary of your education system basically, you can say. So wherever you, in whatever colleges you go, wherever you take the education, this 102 books are the base basically, you can say. And on the base of this 102 only you are going to get the education basically, you can say. So the base is always already created basically. The base is already created by the set of groups basically, that are basically the author basically, who created the entire banking industry, who mapped the entire banking industry basically, you can say. So they have created the base, and you have to collect that base only. That is basically the main thing. So you have to select basically from 102 which brain you have to select, which brain, on the base of what, which brain you have to go for the future basically. So basically there are 102 brains. 102 brain says that we are totally different. Each and every each and every book says that we are totally created, we, the banking products we have created on the totally different ways. So whichever way basically you like, that you can basically select us, which according to that basically you have to do the investment. According to that basically you have to take the trading. According to that basically your directors are going to train you. According to according to the director which they have trained you, because they know basically which books you have read it, how many types of knowledge you have, which type of knowledge you have, which books knowledge you have. So basically each and everything basically the company or the banking director knows basically. So according to the knowledge of the each and every educational people basically, they selects the people, and they sets the people to the certain product creation, that you fits in this product creation, that person fits in this product creation, because you have read it up to the up, according to the knowledge only basically you are going to be selected for which product basically, you can say, because you got 90 percentage, you got 95 percentage. So according to what level knowledge basically, that is going to be checked by the the product banking directors basically, they select which type of knowledge you have basically. So up to the level of knowledge which they you have basically, according to that only basically the you are going to get the assignment, or basically you can say you are going to get the projects, or you can say that you can going to get the banking product creation. So which banking product basically you are going to create, that is decided by the banking directors, and banking director says that you have up to this level knowledge, and you are basically going to fit into this product creation. That is basically we are taking into you in this combo box creation, that is basically 2000 cities. For that basically you have to design the product basically. So like this basically, this is 72nd part, and 73rd part basically we are going to discuss a little bit more about the formula words, formula attributes, and the attributes basically connects with the thousands of balance sheets. And basically currently we are discussing the sales industry, what actually the sales industry is.